What did Huey Lewis say about being a square? You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. Something about being hip. Hello, welcome back everybody. We've got some pressure treated lumber we are going to install on the service rig today. Where we're going to be installing said lumber is in here. Oh, well, we're going to install it on the bottom end of the boxes, but first looks like somebody's got to get some junk out of the trunk. What do we got here? Oh, we got one of my starters. I think this one came with the truck. This goes to the 460. It's always good to have a spare starter on hand, especially since it's the Junko ones that keep getting rebuilt, and those are just so worn out. With me, fire extinguisher. Always a very, very good cheap insurance policy. Let's be honest. Miscellaneous brass fittings. Can't get enough of those. Oh, crud muffin. I need to hook up my horn. And who doesn't love a bit of gear lube? The heck does that go to? I have no idea. A clip and a acorn or electrical wire nut. Alright, whatever. Now, we can get into the meat of the potatoes. So what is the name of the game here? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to coat this with a light coat of oil or grease to prevent any more rusting happening. We already have drain holes right here, and way over there. And what that's going to do, one, it'll keep the box from rusting out. And number two, we'll put the boards over here so when I'm banging stuff in and out, it's not going to eventually blow out the floorboards, even though this utility box is already got some mileage on it. But it'll help extend the life of it. This particular box on the driver's side, I think I'm going to gut the shelf off here, and this will be the future toolbox area where you can put the sockets, the screwdrivers, etc., all that stuff in there. Right now, temporarily, I just got them stashed in here. Haven't been on my first family or friend, hey, can you help me with this project yet? But that's kind of where I'm stashing them until I can save up enough money or find an old toolbox I can just shove right into there. This could be really interesting. It's a very thin film is all we're after. Okay, so we have lubed up that one. This box has also been greased up. I will not be doing the over the wheel well boxes because those usually stay dry. They're not going to rot out. I'm not terribly worried about those. The rear box definitely gets greased because the wheel splatter and the rain will come up for here, and it will rot it out eventually. Basically what I'm doing is this. You can see a lot of the oil saturation on here, but obviously it doesn't rot out what's down below. So again, we got that all lubed up. This side, the other side is where the crane box is at. Got that all lubed up. Again, we're just going to skip over the wheel well because as you can see, it's not rotted out. It holds up just fine. I might put some cardboard or something down. Not worried about those. This side I will not, because this is actually, I've designated this as the lube box, if you will. So eventually oil's going to be seeping down on here, and I don't have to worry about that rotting out. Also, the way I have these shelves aligned, if I put a 2x4 underneath here, or 2x6, whatever, and I won't have enough clearance for my bottles, for my 1 gallon bottles, or jugs if you will. So due to the fact of that, as well as this is my oil cabinet, yeah, that's not going to rot out. I'm not worried about that at all. That'll naturally start preserving itself in its own time. And this one has also been lubed up. All right, let's go ahead and start chopping up some lumber. In my defense, I was left unsupervised, and someone forgot to lock up the power tools. Yes, it's going to be a good episode. Or maybe not. You be the judge. All right. So what did Hugh Lewis say about being a square? You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. Something about being hip. What do we got? Will it fit? Woo! Ooh. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me just cut a skosh off of there, eh? A skosh, a tickle, a touch. Can you get looking for this one? Yeah. Alright. A bit of shimmying and chewing. And chewing. I'm hungry. Ooh, I got grease on my hand. Glad bunny on that. Excuse me. Next week we'll build ourselves a rocket ship with this precision engineering. No? Oh. Okay. That one needs to be cut for a 4th time. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to measure that one out. 2.5 3/4. 2 5/8. Oh, there you go. That's getting scientific. Come hither yonder. Ha 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 ha! That is good enough for me. Another reason why I'm doing this, putting a another floor on the bottom of the box, is in case I'm throwing tools around, such as jack stand, 12-ton ball jack, or a rigid pipe wrench. I can throw it all in there without dinging up the bottom of the floor at all. Adds a little bit of a cushion, because this service box is gonna have to last me a long time, considering how much it owes me. So another jump cut, and you're gonna see all this done. Okay, well, I lied. We're not done yet. We're only on the 2nd box, and I want to remove this shelf out of here because I can't really measure that too well from this angle. So let's pull this out right quick. More useless content. Probably going to need some penetrating oil. I gotta start memorizing where everything's at. This is the lubrication drawer. Here we go. I may be out of PB Blaster. This is really not penetrating oil. This is more like a solvent, but it'll help get the it'll help back the nuts off so they don't snap off. Although, to be fair, it probably would be easier just to have them snap off. Why don't you look at it instead of the camera, you dum-dum? Ooh, there's not anything in that one. I don't know if there's even a screw in that one or not. Okay. I need my 1/2-inch drive. See, this is why I need a toolbox already. It never ends, people. It never ends. I need a toolbox for the toolbox. That's what I meant to say. Whatever. Well, it doesn't feel like that rusted up, actually. Oh, beautiful. That's 7/16. Wow. Alright, out we get. Yeah, 31 in there. Get out of there. What we got, Captain? Oh. Absolutely smashing, darlings. Sweet. Okay, well, now I'm gonna finish the rest of it all, and catch you guys right back on the flip side. Come on. All right, so we have new floors installed on cabinets that I desired to have said floors installed in. There we go. I don't know what I'm going to do with this drawer yet. I do have some of the jack stands, bottle jacks, and these are empty containers of when I do oil changes. I can pack the oil home with me. And this would be the crane hoist compartment. I'll probably have more chains. This will probably be my rigging cabinet. Chains, blocks. I got a tire iron there. I need to get another one. That should be a hint of how big of tires we're going to swap someday on a future project. Straps need to go in here as well. And this is another compartment, the front passenger compartment. We will be installing a little bit later some bling bling, so stay tuned for that. I think the next step now is mount another tool similar to those 4 holes currently in my bumper. 6-inch vise. I think we can repurpose this, yes? What? What? That's weird. I don't remember how I... Oh. Wow. Really? No. I need to loosen this up. This side. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Oh, that was torqued down specs. Whee! There, can you see my little... Wow, what the heck did I do? These are bolts. These are lag screws. Okay. Now last time, when I put this on, it must have been 10, 15 years ago. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about reaching down underneath and loosening them up. Don't worry, I got it all figured out. Nobody freak out. I suppose I could have got my impact out here, but in fact, I'm staring at it. It's actually over there. Why I'm doing this? Socket and ratchet style? I don't know. I'm complicated, okay? Come on, let's be for real now. For real, for real. I've got problems. I think that's all I have is nothing but problems. Isn't this fascinating, darlings? Absolutely marvelous. Bored out of your gourd. You guys like gourds? Well, you're not seeing the back one. Trust and believe. I feel like too lazy moving the camera for a 10-second shot. Is that 10 seconds? That close enough, right? I think that we could put that on our Tonka truck outside. Let's go! Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit more wimpy, not a stout. But I did have a 4-inch on the old shelves. So that should be just fine with it. 6-inch, my whole table would rock back and forth with that. So 4-inch is actually probably more suitable for this application. Right, back outside. Oh, almost. Well, we can use 1 out of 4 holes. That one lines up good. That one is, yeah, don't think. Well, I was kind of hoping maybe we can move this over here a little bit. I like to use bigger bolts though for this. So we might be able to, just maybe. Okay. Well, enough messing about. Let's go ahead and start drilling some holes. One in that hole, out. That hole, maybe. Haha, look at that. We can get away with it. Well, I don't know where my paint pins are at, so let's do that right now. Another one over here. Good enough. Stop. Hammer time. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, not. Dang, there's some stealing up in this bumper. Oh, sure, now you punch through. I think that's my mark. I can't hardly tell. Right. One potato. Count them with me. 2 potatoes. Okay. 3 potato. Now, is this number 4 potato gonna fit? Can we make? Oh yes, look at that. Sweet. The reason why I need some big washers is the person who owned it previously had like 3/4 inch holes drilled for whatever behemoth vise or whatever he had on there. So I got to use some fender type washers, or at least some fatter washers, and stack them so we can secure it. Well, I would say properly, but I'm not proper, let's be honest. Probably be the most improper person you guys will ever meet. But hey ho, takes all types to develop this world, yes. Oh yes. Woo! Shoot, even these, wow, I don't know if my bolt still might be too short. I have to upgrade to the 1.5-ers, I don't know. Yeah, that might crush down. Yeah, it should be fine. Famous last words. You know, this is actually kind of hard to, yeah. So you go down there, and then down there. Hard to do all these all at once. Okay. No, no, don't, no, no. Oh, crud muffin, it's slipping. Yes, I said crud muffin. We're going back to the 90s. There we go. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, maybe. Come on, get up in here. There we are. Right. Tightening. So much fun to be had by one. And whoever's watching this. Now, I'll have you know that proper preparation prevents poor performance. But I actually lucked out this time. And so we got loosened up. We can pivot it any way we want to. Well, okay, maybe not all the way. There's the stop. Actually, that's the only two sides we're actually going to use it on. So I think this, I don't think it does a 360. I think it's a 180. But anywho's, so I'm glad I checked that. But that's fine. That's fine. We can't go this way anymore, but that's fine. I didn't realize how close the back of the arm was here. Closing it up, it barely touches. So I didn't even look at that first. So that's more poor planning. Now with this vise, I did not check to see if the handle will be rubbing up against the bumper, but fortunately it's big enough that that was a factor. So yeah, I think that'll work quite nicely. There's one little problem to address. You notice that my my little gear lever here, it's a little twisty bendy thingy. That's what happens when you put a 4-foot cheater bar on your workbench and you try to really reef it down. We can fix that, but in order to fix this, we actually need to move on to the third phase of this video and get all that buttoned up so we can go back and fix the second part of this video by straightening my shaft out here. Lovely. Coming back to you. Yes, you may consider that a threat device. So this particular cabinet, this is where the oxygen and acetylene torch set's going to go. I need to figure out where to place the bottles, but I don't have set bottles. I need to go collect them. So it's time for a tiny little road trip to visit my brother. Yes. Starts upon command. Yes. Fantastic. You cannot beat the smell of a non-catalytic carbureted engine. Oh, it smells wonderful. All right. Let us have some vehicular activity on the main motorway. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's go for a drive? I guess that's what it would translate to, roughly. Well, we're doing 65 miles an hour, which is, I don't know, 105 kilometers an hour. I don't know. And it's going fantastically. Temperature is just above 120 on the transmission. Plenty of oil pressure. Thermostat's working good on the coolant. That's cool. My fuel gauge is going up and down. There's something bonkers going with that. I might have a loose connection. I might have to sort out. But she's doing fantastically well. No shaking or rattling or rolling. It just drives. I got it up to 70 once and it was starting to do a little bit of vibration on the front end, but remember, these are used tires all around. Fantastic. Oh, look at that mechanical mystery. We're both recording each other. Hey, yo.
Yeah, if I can get you in yeah. Anyway,
I love.
This is the Swede Machines, my brother's tool that we're going to be borrowing. So, factory, this piece here is about that much. It's about that much shorter, the new one compared to the old one, and that's just enough where it runs into the tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the lines on here and we're going to try and just extend them out if we can get this to work.
Nothing fits like OEM, let's be honest, yes?
Well, I thought OEM would be better, and we paid more for the OEM, and turns out we got...
Well, but did you go through the dealer? Well...
It was Rock Auto. I've never had a problem with Rock Auto.
Well, yeah, I've heard people have smashing success, and I've heard people have very negative reviews for them.
Well,
so.
this is my first time I've had problems with them.
Okay. He's currently working on a beautiful 1990s Buick Century. This is the Custom Series. I have absolutely no idea what that means, but, you know, hey-ho. But,
the inside's nice.
And it is actually pretty nice. These are... Man, those doors are still heavy. Yeah. Beautiful wood paneling. Love that. All right. Okay. All right. I guess I should make sure they're closed first. Oh. Yeah. That's closed too. Yeah. Ooh, DOT ain't got nothing on me. Well, they do make ones where it's kind of like a shell, so you can still have your regulator on it, but it still prevents it from cracking, allegedly, if they fall over, which I'm not so convinced on those, but I think I'll have to get a set just in case. I may have to take one of my boards out.
It's just the oxygen, it doesn't blow up. It just accelerates.
I'll have to take this cap off for now. I'll have to, or
fir.
Cedar, because those boxes get moisture, so I wouldn't want them to break down. See, a long one here. It's okay, I'll edit that out later. Copyright music!
Copyright! Woo!
That actually is pretty darn close. Let me try these two.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't fit perfectly, there's...
No, that's actually fine. That's fine. Hello, ladies!
Maybe a rooster.
Yeah, maybe a rooster. We'll see. Give them another, what, 8 months?
I should be able to tell within the next couple. Then again, there was that one that looked like a rooster that wasn't.
Alright, there's the Mighty Max.
It's a Dodge.
And same difference. By the way, he lost the muffler on there.
Oh, yeah.
When are you going to get that figured out?
Oh, maybe next winter.
Same here.
Its mufflers are optional.
That's right. All right, then. Okay.
Get too much, not enough.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, there we go. So
perfect.
So that gives us another 1/2 inch. Let's see if this cap's screwed on all the way. See if that fits. How's the Scout doing? You being a good boy? Yeah. My brother treating you good. Look at that beautiful coat. That's a gorgeous puppy. He's about, what, 2 years old? 3 years old? We's a good boy. We's a good boy. That's a good Scout. That's a good puppy. Hi. Oh, hi. Yes, I love you too. Yes, I love you too. Who's a good boy? So we got our anchor point here, and the other one I drilled is I have a hamp. Hoorah! Let's take a look. Barely. Now, to take it off, I'll have to lean the cylinder forward, but I probably can get those split caps so I can have my regulator on full time, but it just barely fits. Fantastic. So now the tanks are in. If we got too long of a chain, we can rectify that situation though. So as is, it hangs too low. It needs to be tucked in right here. So maybe take about 5 or 6 links out of it. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have a little bit of a tail. I'll just grab the chain further on down the line and redo that. So stand by yet for another 2 seconds. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner, Johnny. Not mission of ADD. A lock squirrel. All right, so we got it tightened up here now. Much cleaner. Bottles are choked a little bit more. I could probably still take a 1/2 link out. I might do that. But all in all, definitely secured for storage. So now we'll go ahead and take this back home, and then we'll work on the vise handle just a bit more. And hopefully I have enough gas left. We'll find out soon enough. So what did I end up doing? They're still flopping around a little bit. We went ahead and put blocks on either side to really secure it. I got my regulators hooked up now. Now we're going to attempt to straighten out that stupid handle that I've reefed on over the years. See if we can straighten this thing out a little bit more, because it's kind of a pain to work with when it's all crooked like this. First, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this rubber dampener. Keeps this thing from being too loud when you drop it. But as you can see, we're really not gonna use it, and plus with the fire that's coming up, it's just gonna smoke it anyways. So, since this is on a work truck anyways, we don't need this. No, I don't know where my diagonal cutters are. This is the 10 snips. Works just fine. Oh yes. Now by heating this up, it's probably going to soften up our handle a little bit. However, I'm not really concerned about that. I'm really more concerned, or at least rather annoyed, that it doesn't, our lever doesn't go up and down all the way. One fluid motion is just gonna bother the heck out of me, so I don't mind softening this metal up here a little bit to correct that. Well, probably won't have its beautiful chrome finish again, but yeah, well, hey ho. Look at the rest of this truck. I mean, nothing's pretty here. Come on, let's be honest. Well, it looks a lot better on the road than it did in the farmer's field, that's for certain. Yeah. There we go. Now that that's fairly straight. Woo! Look how bent this thing is. I think the next major bit is going to be right here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that visit, my brother there, MM. Link is in the channel below. When he does upload that video that we were watched him filming in progress, I'll put it in the description down below, but it could be weeks or a month before he gets to posting that. He's got another project possibly, or rather some different type of content he might be starting to film for everyone. I won't say anything about it in case it doesn't work out, but if it does, some of you might enjoy it. Okay, so let's, there we go. It's definitely straighter. Pretty much. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a bow here too. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yep. This needs to be broken in a little bit with a few first-time jobs, but it's definitely a lot better where we're now. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it. It really does mean to me things. Things mean to me. Ding 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 ding. Well, thank you everybody for watching on the follow-up for the service truck. Little bits and bobs are still getting going. We still need to get onboard air, and we gotta go in the shop for that. I gotta order, well, basically the throttle governor cable linkage to kick the Honda motor back down when the compressor's not being used per se. So we'll have a video on that. But in the meantime, I really appreciate, as every other YouTube creator says, thank you for watching. But no, I really do appreciate it. Love reading your guys' comments. I don't know why you're still here, but if you are, bless ya, rock and roll. You're part of the 33% that still is watching to the very end. Love doing this for you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Time to edit some video. Oh my. All right, grease has now been applied. Take out. Do that again. I bumped my camera, my microphone. Backing on up, head on up, moving on up. Right. Oh, such a musical genius. Such talent. Maybe a rigid pipe wrench. I could throw stuff in there. Ooh. Ooh. And not hit the camera. Gotta get all this out of the way because we can't have anything in the background of the camera. Well, a good YouTuber would make sure that it has a clean environment in the back. Me? No. Way too busy. Sorry, it's a half decent day outside. This so got foobarred. Look at this. Can you see this? Fortunately, this jaw is it's a vise. Now, fortunately, this jaw or this jaw 6-inch reversible jaw. What is it? It's a vise. Now, this compartment we are going to throw in our torch set, namely our oxyacetylene and now.
Geez, so this is what's going in Mechanical Mystery Service, Chuck. Is this a big enough compensator air horn assembly? You guys let us know in the comments.
It sounds good.
Ay, ay, ay. Is it, I assume it takes full 120 PSI?
Yeah, well, even at 100, it sounds good.
Dang God. Put one of those in my service truck, too. Sweet.